Welcome everybody. Today we're going to talk about clean families, clean children. We're going to talk about how to go toxic free. I have my friend Lisa here, who is This Organic Girl on Instagram and Facebook, and we are going to talk about how to limit chemical harmful toxins and excess hormones that are in our everyday products for our kids and our family. Stay tuned for this extremely informative and life-changing video. Welcome back everybody. This is part 3 of a 3-part series with my friend Lisa, who's This Organic Girl. So excited to have you join us. If you didn't catch any of the first 2, I'm going to link up there, and there'll be a playlist in our description box. And today, Lisa and I are going to answer many questions. One particular question came in from a viewer, Stacy Mendez. Hi Stacy. You asked, how do you identify safe soaps to use on the face and the body for me and my family? And this is a huge question. Lisa and I are both mothers, and we have households that we're running and supervising, and are primarily the buyers and the consumers for the family. And this is a hot topic.
It is. So there's a couple things that you can use in terms of labeling. There's some certifications that you can look for. One's called the MADE SAFE certification. One is called the EGW certification. And then you can also use the Think Dirty app, which is an app you can download to your phone, and you can type in a product real quick and it'll give you a rating in terms of if it's more on the safe side or if it's more on the toxic side. And then another thing you can do is look up the product on the EWG Skin Deep website. They have a database that you can either put in ingredients or product names, and it'll break down the product and give you an overall rating. 0 being super safe, 10 being super toxic, and then the gradation in between. So those are some kind of like tech apps that can help. As far as like specific brands that we use for the family, I brought a couple things if you want.
Oh yeah, we love show and tell here.
Okay, so doesn't have to be super expensive to go clean, although I have kind of a more boutique line, but this line right here is found in CVS. It's called Promise Organic. I found them last year. Really simple, clean ingredients, and they have lotions, soaps, diaper creams, stuff like that. Really simple. They have a sunscreen too. And another baby line that I like is Zoe Organic.
Oh.
You can find this in anywhere from Nordstrom to online to I forget where else I've seen it. But they have like a diaper cream. This is their Everything Balm. This is like a lotion that you can put on your face, hands, body. They have like a breathe balm too, which is kind of like a Vicks substitute.
Great.
This is the body wash that we use for our kids.
Oh yes.
And it's shampoo to PLENI Naturals, and it's their apple and broccoli hair and body wash. So I have 2 boys, they're 5 and 6, so I just use this all over. Pump a few things in the tub, let them move a bubble bath, put some on their head, wash their hair, and it's done. Like this one is really great. The labeling's super fun too. They also have a diaper balm and a body balm as well.
That's
too.
great.
Yeah.
That's huge, and I love that it's all in one.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it really easy for buying and consumption. It's just so clean,
so simple.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and this is one thing we both want to convey to you guys, is that this doesn't have to be complicated. Like, we don't have to overdo things and have a crazy amount of baby products and skincare stuff for our kids. Ideally, what we're trying to do is help you limit some of those harmful chemicals that are causing allergic reactions, or if they're chemically sensitive children that are environmentally sensitive and having food allergies. This is a way to kind of take things down a notch, limit a lot of the inflammation that their skin and key detox organ is absorbing and assimilating into their fat tissue, and ultimately potentially causing hormonal disruption, especially for those prepubescent children, the tweeners. I know you guys have them. They're talking back and they're already acting like 18-year-olds at 10 and 11. We're not there yet.
No.
I don't look forward to I don't look forward to that time, but I'm hoping that the efforts that you and I are putting in for our kids will help minimize that impact and just...
Yeah, so really, I mean, though, besides lotion and soap, I mean, there's not really much more that we'll be putting on our kids in general.
No, sometimes, as you guys know, I put sometimes like oregano oil, like 1 little drop on Gabriel's feet, and sometimes some essential oils. But generally, I mean, lotion and a shampoo, that's really all you need at their age. And the other thing too, if you watched our other videos where we talk a little bit about our skin microbiome, that's huge. We want to keep intact their healthy microbiota, the bacterial levels on their skin, and that helps improve gut health too.
Do you recommend a daily bath or shower? But I mean, like in terms of the skin microbiome, do you like bathe him every day?
You know, so, well, Gabriel being 3 has a mind of his own. And so there are times where he puts up a big stink about bathing in the evenings. And I am not one of those folks, like, I have to bathe my child because of, needing to bathe them for the purpose of bathing. If he's played in the dirt outside or he's really grimy or kind of stinky, he doesn't have that, like, kiddo body odor yet, which I know does happen hormonally. Another thing that's, like, in store for us, right? I'm okay if we skip it. And honestly, he does sometimes take a shower with myself or Brian. And if we get his hair, awesome. If we don't, it's all good. Most important for me for just kind of maintaining his good skin is making sure he's getting his probiotics and switching that out every month.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a fight I don't want to battle with.
No, sometimes there's days my kids before they shower, I'm like,
Oh,
is
man.
it Sunday already? The other thing that we use too is like toothpaste.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Toothpaste is huge.
Yeah.
And the fluoride, the pressure from pediatricians to use fluoride products. Toothpaste is serious. That's a big time offender. What I would consider is a lot of different kind of chemicals, not only minimizing the oral microbiota with the sodium lauryl sulfate and some of the parabens and the fragrances, but also the fluoride. And so I would love to hear what you have your kids using.
Absolutely. So I also want to empower people to, when they go to the dentist too, sometimes people ask me for a holistic dentist options, which is great if you can find one. But like we go to a regular dentist and I just say hold the fluoride.
Yeah.
And they do the regular cleaning with the polish and whatever they use, and I'm like, it's a one and done thing. Like I say, it's not the thing that you do once in a while that's going to make an impact.
Yeah.
It's everything that you do every day. So we definitely hold the fluoride at the dentist. We filter our water for fluoride. We make sure that there's no fluoride in our toothpaste. And so we end up landing on this one, which my kids like. This is REDMAN'S Earth Paste in Lemon Twist, and the kids have used it since they were little, so they don't really think it's like gross tasting or it's pretty mild. But it's a bentonite clay based, so essentially it's just brushing your teeth with clay that's been flavored with like a lemon essential oil.
That's great. And all of you who watched my stocking stuffer guide, I'll link that down below. I highlight an adult version utilizing a particular type of clay that is very good with nutrients and minerals. You get a ton of good mineral content that then, because your teeth are porous, they're getting all those core minerals in it. The one thing I want to state about fluoride and why I personally and professionally elect not to be consuming fluoride myself and for our little one is that fluoride on the chemical elemental chart, fluoride is actually a stronger element than iodine, and it's even stronger than bromine or bromide. What happens because of the strength of that particular element, it actually offsets iodine receptivity. So the iodine receptors that should be helping balance your thyroid actually get bombarded by fluoride. And the fluoride that we find in our water sources as well adds into that factor. So when we're seeing more children and teens and young adults starting to develop thyroid imbalances, I look at fluoride as a big, big thing to draw out of their system. Lisa, what about some of the tweeners and the teens, especially girls, are way more cognizant than little boys are, or even teenage boys, about leave-in conditioners and gels and things like that? What do you recommend for your audience that maybe our viewers here could participate or could consume for their teens and young girls?
Okay, definitely. A detangler is a question that I get all the time, just for nobody wants to deal with that.
No.
So they INNERSENSE Organic Beauty has what they call Sweet Spirit leave-in conditioner, and it's a traditional spray bottle. So you just spray that on. It's a leave-in conditioner. It works great. So I would love to recommend that for little girls and teens.
Okay.
My favorite hairspray of all time is by Josh Rosebrook. It's a medium hold, but you can layer it to become like a firmer hold, and it's made with oh my god, the most amazing ingredients. You will look at the ingredient deck and be like, how is that even possible? But it works. It's like
magic.
Rice bran is holding my hair in place. I don't know how that's going down, but it's so good.
And I know the other question that I often get is specific to clothing and bedding. And I can speak from some family members who are firefighters, and we have an assistant fire chief in our family who cautioned me early on about fire retardants and just dug really big time into fire retardants. The chemicals, I mean, the toxicity levels are just off the charts. But then the effectiveness or the efficacy, it's only like a matter of 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds in terms of just how quickly those items go up in fire. So we often see fire retardant bedding and even the nightwear for kids that we don't even think about. How do you dress your boys for nighttime? Tell us about your bedding choices, jammies, PJs, all that good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first let me say this didn't happen overnight. This has been years of process in progress and baby steps. So, I mean, it's really expensive to change everybody's bedding out, and getting new mattresses and getting new pajamas. I mean, that's overwhelming. So just one step at a time. I would say if you had to do one thing, maybe buy a pair of organic pajamas and just be happy with that for a couple months until you can maybe pick up another pair or something, or they grew out of those ones.
Oh,
But,
that happens so fast.
I know, but like honestly, at Target they have, I think Burt's Bees has like a pajama,
Yep.
organic pajama line. You buy organic clothing, it means that there has been no fire retardants used.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a guarantee. In
Mhm.
terms of the labeling, we know for sure
Right.
that that's not a mystery.
Right. Especially if it says like God certified. If it says like made with 100% God certified organic cotton.
Yeah,
Then you'll
that's
know. Yeah. So we do that. And then for the bedding too, we use organic sheets. I love the ones from Pottery Barn because they're very cute pattern and
Yep.
stuff, but they're very see-through. So I
they're
didn't like
thin.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're kind of thin.
Gabriel has several sets.
Yeah.
And they're very thin.
But the pattern's cute.
They're crazy cute.
My
Nice,
favorite-
Curious George
Yeah.
and Choo Choo Trains.
Favorite organic sheet overall is by Koyuchi,
Mm-hmm.
and I have their like king set, and I love a Piracle blend.
Okay.
I don't know if you know the difference between like a sateen blend compared to like
No,
a Piracle
I
blend.
don't.
You know, for sheets.
Do tell.
So I'm very like particular about how I want my sheets to feel. Maybe you feel differently. That's why I just want to make the statement. So the sateen blend is like very smooth against your skin, kind of like
Okay.
almost silky.
Yep.
And then the Piracle blend is like very kind of almost scratchy or stiff or just more firm.
Okay.
Like kind of like a rough cotton.
Oh, sure.
But like
Okay.
I'm not want to say rough, but I just mean a little bit more like stiff.
Okay.
And I love that like scratchiness getting it. It feels like fresh and clean to me. So like I love a Piracle blend. Most companies have both. Most companies at least have a sateen blend.
Okay.
Not all companies have a Piracle.
Oh,
Anyways,
that's good to know.
I have the Koyuchi Piracle blend or 100% organic cotton. Love it. They're like thicker and just it feels so good. They're also really expensive. I don't know, hundreds of dollars for the set.
Yeah.
But I recently tried another brand called HUUT, H-U-U-T, or HUUT, and they're 100% cotton as well, and they're just a little bit thinner than what the Koyuchi has to offer.
Okay.
But you can pretty much, they're like on sale now. I feel like they go on sale all the time, but you can kind of score a king set for under $120.
That's a great deal.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And they have twin sets too that you can use for your kids, which are even cheaper.
That's fantastic.
Mhm.
And cotton lasts a long time. You can get a lot of stretch out of that. Those
Yeah.
materials.
Absolutely. And if you're ready to take even a deeper dive and like get to the mattress, because our mattresses are the same with the fire retardants
Yes.
and off-gassing of chemicals and the components of how the mattresses are made, there's options to buy organic mattresses as well. The one that I happen to like is my green mattress, and it's after all my research, I probably tried and ordered to my home 5 different organic mattresses or non-toxic mattresses. I returned a couple of them. I've kept a couple of them. So my favorite is just my green. They are what I say where comfort meets affordability meets clean.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
like
huge.
I think you can get a twin mattress for like $500.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's good, right?
That's really
Yeah.
good.
And sometimes they run sales too. I always have kind of like a coupon on my site to
Okay.
get it even
That's
cheaper.
good. She's the queen of like
Mhm.
really great discounts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
I know, they have a latex topper, so we have, me and my husband use an IntelliBed right now, which was very more high-end, and it's a good night's sleep. And we had ordered the My Green mattress latex topper, which was like a couple $100
Okay.
compared to like the mattress, which
Sure.
was several thousand. And my night's sleep went from like good to like I hear angels sing. Like this $300 topper. I'm like, oh my gosh. So anyways, I'm like,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's huge. Well, you guys know sleeping is key for adrenal health. So your adrenals are thinking you.
yeah, I can tell.
I bet. Waking up energized. Well, I know the other question for most of the parents out there or any caregivers are the materials and supplies for kids. So, for instance, our cups and bowls and storage items for their lunches, and I have limited and completely removed BPA from anything. He's never been exposed to BPA items, and so tell us a little bit more about some of the recommendations that you have and use yourself with your kids regarding I guess we could call it the miscellaneous supplies.
Absolutely. So, and the thing is with the BPA free too, you have to be careful because they use substitutes like for BPA that are just as toxic. So I like to say, like, don't just avoid plastic altogether, even if it is BPA free. Mostly how I pack my kids' lunches and what they use during the day. For their water bottles, I like to use a clean canteen.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, isn't this cute?
Yeah.
This one's from Target. It's kind of fun because it has a different color tone.
Yeah. Love that.
So they go to school with those, and then I pop that Go Pure water pod.
Oh yeah,
right
there
in
you go.
So then when they have to fill up with a bubbler, they still get filtered
That's
water.
fantastic.
Mhm.
That's really good.
I know some people prefer glass too, which is always a good option, but I just know my kids would probably break that. So
Yeah, Gabriel's too young for glass.
we're still doing the stainless steel route.
Yeah.
And then I have some options for packing lunches here. This is one that my kids love to use. It's like a stainless steel bottom, and then it has a silicone top. And these come in like 5 different sizes.
I love it.
And then I use these, which are called stasher bags. Have you seen these?
Yes, I have.
So
yeah,
it's like
I love those.
a reusable alternative to
Ziplocs.
yes.
Mhm.
And you can even freeze these. Like sometimes they have a gallon size now, and so like when I do a chicken and keep the bones, like I put the bones in the big gallon size, throw them in the freezer.
I love that.
This is like a snack size.
Yeah.
You just rinse it out. They're dishwasher friendly too, which is
That's
amazing
great.
for their lunchbox. They like to do lunch pots.
Yep.
And these come in all different sizes. So like sometimes they come bigger, and I'll have a big opening up in front and 2 sections, all different sizes and sections and stuff like this. But I like this one because it's totally plastic free, nothing in there.
That's great.
And it's cheaper than like Planet Box, which is another a popular one, and that one's like upwards of $50, whereas this is like $20.
Yeah, that's great. And the reusability, you're getting away from a lot of the stuff you're going to need to buy several more.
Absolutely.
Which is huge.
Yeah, like they've had those lunch boxes since preschool, so 4 years now.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't even bought.
Yeah.
We have 3 that
That's
come
great.
in.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And we use some of the food wraps. Those are great.
Oh, like the beeswax wraps.
Yes. Those are great. Gabriel, he's maybe a little too young for some of them, but I use them as storage items, you know, for when I'm storing food and you know, I eat a half an apple or half an avocado. But I know that parents can utilize that as another option as well for, I'd say, more of like the elementary school and older kids that are okay kind of containing in that way. He's just digging into everything and like it just all spills out. And those are things that just little subtleties, especially with the plastic storage. Any way we can limit our children's exposure to plastic. I know we were talking a little bit about sampling.
Yeah, but there's so much plastic in our ocean, and there's so much plastic in our earth, and there's so much containers that we use to hold our food, our plastic, like that. We were talking about that study out of Australia. It tested 8 people's stools, and all 8 people had plastic in their stool.
It's crazy. We're plastic people. It's crazy. That's what it says. That's what is identifying.
It's disgusting.
It is disgusting. And our liver is making a grand attempt to detox our body from the plastic, and essentially plastics becoming stored by our adipose tissue, our fat cells, and bombarding our livers, which is causing a lot of hormonal imbalances. We're also seeing the plastics and plastic exposure. We're seeing it in our fish sources. We're seeing it in so many different sources that if we can limit it for our children, you know, especially when kids are eating like fish sticks and things like that, it's much healthier for them in the long run and minimizes the neuroendocrine imbalances. Also minimizes the developmental impediments that some kids are experiencing. And if we limit that, it helps minimize that inflammation that might be impacting the brain.
Right.
Development, brain health, synthesis, and all that. That's my takeaway for you guys in just terms of that connection. That it's not just a consumer buying choice, that there's a longer, greater, bigger picture here. in promoting hormonal health, not only with yourselves, but also your kids and families, which is huge. Lisa, I'm so grateful for you coming to my channel and detailing not only how to raise toxic-free children and families, but also this whole series has been such a wonderful gift to us here at Natural Health Resources. And I'm beyond grateful. Can you tell everybody how to reach you and how to follow you? Because you guys have to follow her. She's so awesome. All of her stuff, the reviews she creates and highlights in her Instagram stories.
Thank you so much.
So tell them how they can
Yeah.
touch base with you.
So I am at THISORGANICGIRL.com, that's my blog, and I have a tab on there too. It says what I'm using now, so you can always hit that to see what I'm actually using every day. And then I also have mattress reviews on there. You can search the bar for mattress, you can search the bar for sheets, anything that we talked about today, kids, all of that stuff will come up. And then I'm on Instagram too at THISORGANICGIRL.
And she's amazing. So friends, my question of the day for you here is what health bomb, what little tidbit of information Lisa's provided us did you find most helpful and impactful? Please comment down below. Give Lisa some love. Follow her on Instagram. Check out some of the awesome downloads here in our description box, as well as links to some of these awesome products. And if you loved this series and you want Lisa to come back, let us know. She's so awesome. She lives really close to the clinic here at the Heal Center and is so fantastic. And we totally connected. She is a Bostonian, transplanted to Atlanta. And you guys know I did my doctorate up in the New England area and lived in Boston for several years. So we've totally bonded and connected. I'd love to have her on again. But tell us if you love this and any questions or future topic conversations we can have here on our channel. Thanks so much, Lisa.
Yeah, thanks, Melissa.
Yay. All right, everybody. Have a great New Year. We'll see you later.
Happy New Year.